get the conversation going.
Okay, my name is Vito Regalado. I own a business, a hair salon business for over 10 years in Downey, California.
Oh, okay. How long? 10 years?
10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, how many people were you helping make money because they were providing services in your beauty shop?
Now we have 10 employees there.
Okay.
Working 10 hair
So
stylists.
if you were to go out of business, what would happen to those 10 people?
Well, they lose their job. They're not gonna have job. We need to close the business.
Yeah. Okay. And tell me about your business. You said it's a beauty shop.
Yes. We work by commission, like, which to me was like my accounting was doing for me, like based in commission whatever they make a day, and then I pay.
And that's pretty standard. Most beauty salons
yes.
are doing that, right?
But now, since I know that the new laws are changing, we need to pay them like minimum $22 an hour.
Okay, so tell me about that.
I'm trying to think how I'm gonna be covered to pay the $22 an hour. Sometimes even like we don't make $22 an hour with the service. Let's say we do haircut, and then we're not gonna be able to. We charge like 25, and then stylists, depending on the experience, they take more than that.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to. Sometimes the stylists, they just not at the salon all day. So I don't know how I'm gonna be paying hourly, because when they don't have anything to do, they just go shopping or they take days off because it's supposed to be independent.
So just so I'm clear and everybody else is clear, you have a beauty salon, you have independent contractors that cut hair when they have appointments,
yes,
right?
correct.
And they come and go as they please, and some
yes.
days they work, some days they don't.
Yes,
it just depends on what they have, right?
Yes.
So what this new law will do is force you to pay them $22 an hour minimum,
yes.
while they sit there and they're not doing anything, while you're waiting for customers to come in.
Yes, they're not doing anything.
Right, so there's no way to sustain that, right? I mean,
yes,
you're not a multi-million-dollar company here. You're right.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out how I'm gonna be able to do this, because it's hard for me. Sometimes, some days it's like we are really slow in the business, and so I was trying to think how I'm gonna keep these 10 employees. Probably I may need to have less. I may need to cut like half of them to be able to give some type of. They make enough money to pay the $22 an hour, or either try to do it that way for as long as I can. If not, I need to close.
And what would you do if you closed?
Well, look for a job. I don't know, I guess.
So instead of him helping 10 people make money, you're going to have to close down, and you're going to have to then find a place to employ you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So besides the 10 people and then you've got the landlord who you pay rent to. I mean, there must be tons of other people that benefit because you have a business.
Yes, yeah, we pay we have a contract too. I don't know, I was thinking how I'm gonna be able to finish if this is not gonna work for me.
So you have a lease.
A lease. I have a lease, yes.
Okay.
And then
So not only would this potentially stop you from running your business, but this could put you in financial jeopardy, because by the sheer fact of them creating a system where your business can't survive, they're damaging you, because now you're going to have to deal with a landlord that says, no, you've got a lease, so figure it out, right?
Yes. We start like in different locations in Downey. We start with 2 employees, and then we were doing good. We hired another one. Everybody was okay with that because they have a job. Now we just recently moved to a bigger location, so then that way we have to have some loans too in order for us to open the new business, because we have more employees, we need more parking. But at this point, I thought probably I just never move to this new location, because
how much longer do you have on your lease?
3 years.
Okay,
We have
so
3
so
years.
that's 3 years that you'd be liable
Yes,
for, right?
yes.
And what made you want to be an entrepreneur and start your own business? I mean, it's just so much safer to be an employee these days, especially in California.
Well, because I like my job and I like to expand. I don't know. I like to have my employees. Most of them they start with me since they finish school. So and then I train them. I train them to be better stylists. So that's why and then I like the beauty industry plus to be a businesswoman.
And what about the neighborhood that you're servicing? That'll be affected also if there's, I don't know how many beauty salons are there, but I'm assuming that they're all, even if there's multiple ones besides you, they're going to have the same
Yes.
problem that you're having, which is.
Yes, they are really worried about these new laws. All them are like concerning about what they're gonna be doing when this gonna be.
And let's talk about who this new law is supposedly supposed to be protecting, right? So when someone came to you because they wanted to be one of your independent contractors, you spoke to them, you either liked them or didn't like them, and then you negotiated something with them, right? Something that worked for you, something that worked for them,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
So even if you were able to sustain this new law, well, now they're getting paid $22 an hour, but depending on what they want in their life, they could make much more than $22 an hour.
Of course, yeah. They're able to make more because if they make more than on commission, they're gonna be able to make more.
Right, and so, and then times that they're not working, they can do their own thing. They can go pick their children up from school.
Yes.
They can, they have the freedom to do what they want. So they contracted with you.
Yes.
So this law also restricts your freedom of contracting, right?
Yes.
You now can't decide who you want to be in business with because this law says no. We're trying to, even though the law was based on truckers, it's saying this applies to everybody now except some exceptions.
Yes, and then I don't know because sometimes we hire employees that they as a hair assistant and they don't have no experience. They don't. I don't know. I cannot find like the way how I'm gonna be because it's supposed to pay $22 if you have a license. Doesn't matter if you have experience or not. I don't. To me, doesn't make any sense to pay $22 an hour with the stylists that they're not that productive like the ones they have more experience.
So there's just no way to make the money.
No.
Let's say you were $1 million business, right? So even $1 million business, you still have to be generating something. You have to have enough numbers or whatever. But is there any way that you can think of knowing how your business makes money? And I don't know. I don't know if you sell shampoos and brushes and whatever else. But is there any way for anyone to cover that $22 an hour if you're a beauty salon that you can think of?
Yes, make the day productive, like having more customers.
So having enough customers where it's just back to back to back, right?
Back to back.
Right.
And well.
So if a haircut's $25, how much time does it take to?
Depending on the experience, depending on the stylist, sometimes it can take from
what's the average?
45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, so let's say it even takes 45 minutes, right? Well, let's make it easy. We'll do that. We'll make it easy math, right? So if even if they could cut 2 heads an hour, that's what? That's $50,
Yes.
and then you're paying 44 of that in labor. How would you pay the rent? How would you pay
that's
the equipment? How would you pay? Right? So even if it just isn't, it just absolutely isn't sustainable. At least from my opinion.
Yes.
Unless you're of a size where I don't know how many beauticians you would have to have.
Unless we raise the prices, but we cannot because even like that the customers think that it's already expensive.
Yeah, because the neighborhood that you're servicing isn't
yeah.
looking for that. It
Yes.
can't sustain that.
Yes.
So what they're doing then is they're taking certain neighborhoods and they're, with these laws, kicking out the businesses that service them. Now, not only are they going to pay higher prices somewhere else, but they have to leave their neighborhood to do it.
Yes.
Doesn't make any
yes.
sense. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and I asked you earlier what made you become an entrepreneur, and I'm just curious. It has nothing to do with any laws or whatever, but so few people are entrepreneurs, and people that aren't entrepreneurs don't understand what it takes to be an entrepreneur. They don't understand the risk. They don't understand the hours. They don't understand just everything that's put into starting something, let alone running it, right?
Yes.
So there's a certain thing that entrepreneurs have that makes them willing to put up with that, or willing to go through that hassle and that pain. What made you an entrepreneur?
To be like a businesswoman.
Yeah, what made you decide to be a businesswoman versus just,
Oh, because I
beautician
want to
for
better
somebody
like better standard life, or better like make more money and have because I've been working like hairstyling like 20 years, and I have a lot of experience, and then I always try to be better and to have more opportunities and give my employees more opportunities to grow too.
Okay. Anything else you want to? Oh, actually, one more question, and then I'll let you add whatever else you want to add. What would be the best case scenario for you with your business? What laws could they put into place that would help your business grow so that you could bring more people in and give more people an opportunity to make a living?
You mean to have more business?
Yeah, there's tons of laws and codes and all these things that you have to follow.
Yes. For us to be able to keep this business, I think like we used to have like people as a contractor working the hours that they have the appointments. Then they are happy that way because they have more days off, or they can travel, and they can. Yeah, but then yes, basically I think probably make the hourly pay, but when they are working, not all day when they're not doing anything at the salon. Sometimes there is not appointments.
And what ideas have you come up with in light of this new law that maybe you could save your business?
Like I say, yeah, yes. Pay them like let's say they're like a new stylist, they are not that productive, or they are like a hair assistant, they can pay at least the minimum wage because they don't do like when they have a lot of experience. And then for me it will be work if I can pay them like hourly, like whatever law says, but not sometimes they are 6 hours and waiting, or they go shopping, or they are there but they are not making any money. We are not making any money, not the business making money.
All right. Anything else you want to close with or say? We had such a great conversation on the phone when you first called me, so that's why I wanted to interview you, because you had so much to say.
Yes. Yes, I just can say that I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna manage this business with those new laws. I'm gonna do my best to see. Probably I can just have, instead of 10 employees, probably like 10 contractors to keep half, like 5 of them, and see if that's gonna be. To me it looks really hard because being there like all day and using different situations. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna be able to manage these new laws, because sometimes there is not enough appointments to keep them 8 hours, or to pay them like by hourly, or probably like I'm gonna just try the best to see if I can keep the business to keep the best I can do. see how these new laws are gonna work. If not, I might need to close the business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Beatrice. I
Mhm.
really appreciate you coming on. Excuse me, all the way down here from where you at, Downey?
We're in Downey.
Yeah,
Yes.
so not too far, but with traffic, with
Mhm.
LA traffic, I can imagine.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
for your time.
I hope your interview will maybe make a difference to other business owners, but also maybe some of these politicians that just don't understand how it works in the real
Yes.
world.
Yeah,
you know.
it's hard
It's very easy for them to get a paycheck from our tax dollars, but
Yeah.
then they make decisions that screw us.
We work hard to pay all the bills.
Yeah. All right. Thank you